Well, we've got some great news and it's some not so great news. Okay. So good news and bad news situation on the radio right now. Welcome to CFTG. The good news. Let's start with the good news. Always start off like that. Those high grocery prices and then the high rent prices and then the high gas prices at the pump all the time. The way things have been going out of control for about a decade now where the prices just keep going up. Well, we can fix that. Yes, we can. And that thing, the racists running around and they're just generally making fools out of themselves and yelling nasty things. Those racists and, the government, it just seems so intent on going and shooting at things, that just wants to shoot the gun. The government's always doing that. Well, those problems, racism and gun violence and stuff, we can solve that. Yeah, there's solutions. Okay. Now, there's one real problem standing in the way of that, and that would be the government. Yes. So we're going to talk about the bad news. Just take a moment here and think about the bad news. It's going to be adult subject matter. We're going to use some adult language in the next hour, so if you're too young or easily offended, but, please turn the radio off. But I want you to just think about it for a second. Right now, the government is standing in the way of fixing all of those things. And we think that's pretty insane. So, the bad news, good news, fix things. Bad news, government is off its rocker. CFTG starting off an awesome broadcast day. Welcome to the mighty sounds of the revolution. The thing that stands against all the insanity and hatred being slung around on mainstream as if it's normal. We're going to stand against it. We're going to make sure that there's a good future for ourselves and our kids. We're going to do it in a very cool way. We're going to play some great music. We're going to talk honestly. We're not going to sell you anything. We're going to fix things. So, as protected under Section 2 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms using media as described under International Fair Usage Copyright Law, we're proud to present the mighty CFTG from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, a place where we're not a whole bunch of racists who are running around in 4x4s beating up brown people. Calgary is actually an international city, and I'm here to talk about the truth. The truth of the matter is, we've got some solid math to discuss. Some math on why people are going hungry and why we have severe problems. Get right into it right now. I'm Darren Howard, and the statistic I want you to think about is if you had $462 and you could feed a child, you could feed your child for $10. Out of that $462, would you feed that child for $10? Yeah, you would, right? The government would not. Okay. The government has a budget, federal budget of $462 billion. It could end small poverty by spending $10 billion and feeding some kids. But instead of doing that, our federal government with Justin Trudeau are taking out a loan for $700 billion for weapons to go and kill people. That's insane, and we're talking about it. We're going to play some music. This is how we start the show. Spend the next hour of the revolution with us because we're here for you. Starting things off, Honeymoon Suite, you know it.
Summer night, storm clouds